Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Super Mario 64. This is episode number 3, which will be Jolly Rogers Bay, I believe is the name of it. And thank God I caught that my microphone was not recording before I got way too far into the episode. This is actually my second take recording this video, or the voiceover at least. I realized it wasn't recording about 2-3 minutes into it, so not too bad. I didn't get too far. I'm not like so burnt out from doing that I just don't want to do this again, but it always stinks when you have to come back because you made a mistake. But it happens. And this is just telling us about the blocks, and there'll be a cut here. I do have 2 deaths trying to get the first star, which is kind of sad because the first star is really easy. It's just me being a goon and not doing well with like the underwater controls. I mean, if you know anything about any Mario game period, the underwater worlds and levels tend to be the more challenging ones on my end, and I feel like that's a general consensus for the majority of people, is that the underwater controls are just a little janky on all Mario games. But sometimes that's just how it is, folks. Sometimes you just gotta roll with it. They're honestly not too terrible in this game once you get used to them, but it takes me a while to get used to them. And I think a lot of these coins are actually going to be like pretty quick for us to get. Like a lot of the stars, I mean. Just because it does take me like multiple attempts on each of these to go and get it. I do have to go in between and get some 1-ups. I did also find if you restart the game, like go back to your save file, it gives you 4 lives to begin with. So that's a nice perk, you know. Every time I start these, I'll practically have 4 lives to make it through each world. That's really nice. That's the game doing me a favor. And up here you can see, yeah, just the graphics at the time were not the best. That's all that is. That's why it looks a little janky. We got some floating star coins, it looks like, or red coins. Yeah, the red coin one is the one that gives me the most difficult time. For this one, all you have to do is swim around, and then that guy will come out of the ship. So now that he's out of there, and I don't know if we see him on the way down here, but he'll just be swimming around. But now we can actually go into the ship, and then there's this little puzzle in here that we have to do. I just try to get to it like right away, because I've done it so many times. Lost at it so many times. I guess only twice, right? Because I only lost 2 lives, but it feels like I've done it an endless amount of times by now. And I believe it's this one next. Yep. And that gives us a little air bubble so we can keep doing this. I think if we go to the front of the ship, there's an air bubble up there as well. But I don't know if it resets these or not, so I'm like trying not to use it as much as humanly possible. But this then, the ship, as you can see here, it starts actually rising. You can see the water coming to a halt there. So I want to get as high up here as I can, so that way I don't have to scale a lot of this, because I have a feeling I'm just going to slide down it like that. Yep. Okay, Mario, just stay put. Mario, no. Mario, do not fall all the way down. Mario, you goon. You fell all the way down. Okay, so we could still jump up here and get this. It's just a little bit of a headache now. And of course, once you fall once, you're pretty much doomed. I get a better hang of it here as we move forward, but right here it seems to give me a hard time. There we go. Let's use that to catch our fall. I feel like we could make that one. I don't know. I guess I go for this one, but... And it's just like the camera controls are really not working with me on this one, which makes it all the more fun. But once we get up here, we should be able to hit this block and get our star. It should be a pretty easy one. I think I'm just going to get 5 stars in this world. The 6th star is... I know where it's located. I just don't know how to get it at this point in time. I try to like trickily get it later in the episode. You'll see what I mean, but that doesn't work out for me. But there we go. We got our first star. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's jump back in and get our 2nd star, if we can. So can the eel come out to play is the name of the 2nd one. I don't know if I read the name of the 1st one, but they're really not all that important, folks. Really not all that important. The red coins are the ones that are like nice to have like subsets of in the level. And this is where the camera's not working with me, man. It's like not underwater with me, which is really annoying. But here we go. I'm stuck in the pole once again, because that's a lot of fun. It's funny, the hardest star in this world, at least what I would consider to be the hardest star, turns out to be the easiest star for myself. But you can see there's a star floating down there. That's the one I think we could sort of try and trick and get. I'm not going to do it here. Maybe I don't do it. Maybe I cut that whole section out. But I keep thinking if you dive straight down, you might be able to get it. I haven't had that be the case. I think it's true. It was true on the 64 version from what I've heard, but it might not be true for the All-Stars version. So, you know, maybe it's not possible in this version of the game. Maybe it is. I have no idea. Regardless, we'll be missing 2 stars in this world because we won't be getting the 100 coins extra star. And of course, we always miss like one of them, it feels like. We will return and we'll go and get like some of these extra stars later on if we need them, but I honestly don't really think we will. And that one was like really easy to get. Unfortunately, it's going to spawn to like an area where he can just slam us for points, which isn't fair. But it's really not all that bad. And you can see he's hiding in that hole now. He's pretty ticked off. I would be pretty angry too if somebody stole my home and forced me to live in a hole. That would agitate me, so I understand his gripe there. He's got a reason to be mad. But there we go. Now I'm over in this corner for whatever reason. Just standing here. Taking in the nice ambiance, I guess. I don't know. I would assume I'm going to jump in here at any given second. There we go. There we go, Average Joe. Yep, jump into the painting, buddy. There you go. You got it. You got it, buddy. Okay, so the treasure of the ocean cave. So we've lightly seen the ocean cave at this point in time. I think it should be really easy to get this one. This one should be pretty straightforward as long as we don't die on the way there. Which is always a possibility, folks. Don't think anything is possible with Average Joe. Anything is set up for failure. It's all doom and gloom over here. God bless myself. Holy heck. That was a sneeze. Let's go. Let's get these. And this is actually like a neat trick. So like anytime we pick up a coin, it heals us. So if we're really struggling for air, but we can get in a place that's like close to coins, that will help us greatly. Also now, as you can see, since we've disturbed that man, he's just going to be out and about this whole time. And here I get like this one, and it tries to give me a 1-up. I should wait for it or go back for it, but I decided not to because I have 1 life, and that seems like a really smart idea at this point in time. I don't know, folks. But here we go. I don't read these. I don't think I do, but it's just like, you'll never find the treasure that I've hidden in here. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that means you are... Yeah. I don't know. He has treasure hidden in here. It's the same thing as in the ship, but this time not inside the water, which makes it a million times easier. At least for me. Because, yeah, I stink at this game. So it helps a great deal that this portion of it isn't in the water. And here I can't find the blue coins right away, but they're right over here. I think I get them a little bit later in the episode, like to get all of them. I mainly just wanted it there for the health. Really doesn't benefit me too much at this point in time. But I think if we just keep running, these things will fall and they don't really hit us as long as we just keep moving. But let's go over here and get some coins, because after I said that, of course, I run into something and it hurts me. And I think this one I actually get out of luck here. I wasn't really sure what the method was. If you get one wrong, it just shocks you and takes some of your health. But this one, I just guessed correctly, I guess. It honestly wasn't that hard. This one was pretty easy to figure out. Like, at a glance, I got it. I guess I could have made the mistake of choosing the front center one there, but outside of that, I mean, the pattern seemed pretty normal. And there we go. Now we're up to 13 star coins. It's pretty good. 13 stars at this point in the game. I'll take it. I will take it, folks. And now I'm standing here looking at the aquarium again. For whatever reason. And the dog is expecting belly pets. So of course she will get them. But now let's jump back in here, folks. Let's go to the next one. If I can remember which way to go. The camera confuses me, I feel like. I step away in between some of these to like use the restroom and stuff like that. And then when I come back, I'm like, well, where's the painting? But this one is the red coins, I'm pretty sure. Right? Is that what it said? The red coins on the ship. Yeah, the red coins on the ship. And then there's one more after this. So this one is going to be the longest endeavor of them. We have to get all the red coins that are up on the ship, which is now floating. We could see it there in the distance. And we also have to get all the red coins that are underneath the water. It's a little bit misleading because there's red coins everywhere. But the red coins on the ship are a little bit tricky to get to. That is, and I keep thinking like maybe we have to scale one of these, which I would normally understand somebody being like, well, why would you think you have to do that, Average Joe? That doesn't make a lot of sense. But you have to remember, when I was under the water, the game kept pretty much forcing me to go up them. So is it really all that illogical that I think that that's a really smart decision? I don't think so. I think it's a pretty logical thought. I think if the game's trying to force me to do something, I should try and continue down that path, because that's likely a hint. But in this case, it's not a hint at all. You can't just swim up those. I don't know. This game and I do not get along. I mean, it's a great game, don't get me wrong. we're not best buddies, me in this game. I mean, I'm figuring it out. I'm getting better, but it gets a little frustrating. Here I just kind of wanted to do a double jump. There we go. There we go. I got lucky on that one. But here I don't get so lucky. I don't get so lucky, folks. So try to go over here. And I'm just going to try and jump scale across this, which of course leads to my failure. Very nice. And I can't really just jump up here and do anything. And the blocks are already going away, so I'm already in deep crap. I think it's a good idea to just go and get the other red ones while we're here, maybe. I forget, like, the path I actually choose here. I want to get on the ship any other way but that way. Maybe I try the cannon here for a second. We're going to need the cannon for the next red coin, but not for this one. Oh, you know what? Actually, we can use it to get on the ship, if I recall correctly. We just don't aim high enough this time around. But I believe if you aim, like, way up in the sky, you can actually use this to get onto the ship. Like, it's much higher than this, but you can see there was a star there that we just passed. So that's the hardest one to get, like, quote-unquote hardest. I actually find it pretty easy once you know that it's there, but I don't think it's all that bad. But other people have pointed out that the aim on that one can be a tad ridiculous. And I do agree. Like, you really do have to be spot on. I miss it quite a few times, but we'll get to that in our next one. For this one here, you can see I just get trapped in between the board and the wall for a while. So that's always fun, even though there's sand right over there, Average Joe, that you can 100% use to leverage to get on top of this board. I don't know what Average Joe is thinking. Like I said, the first three stars, no problem. The last two, major pain in the neck. And it's just this one, the red star, the red coin one, gives me a really tough time. It really runs me through the water here. So let's actually go here. Let's see if I could do like a back jump onto there maybe. Because doing a double jump to get up here was treacherous before. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off with my super player skills. It appears not. Can I do a back jump, please? Yeah, a back jump would be very beneficial right now. I'd really love it. Especially because at this point in time, I don't think the cannon can get me up there, even though it can. There we go, a back jump. Look at that. Whoa, ho, ho. Not something I would normally get. Okay, here we go. Now let's take this nice and easy, Average Joe. Nice and easy. Only risk it when you absolutely feel safe. I did not absolutely feel safe there, but we made it anyways. So there's a red coin here. I don't want to have to come back onto the ship once I get off of it, so let's try and leverage that. And we can't jump into the hole that we could before. We're just sort of testing that. And I think we could use this box to get up there, but honestly, I think it might be easier to just perform like a triple jump and get up there. Like, that to me makes a lot more sense. Just because the box, like, we have to worry about timing and stuff. The triple jump is probably pretty consistent as long as we don't hit the wall like that. Once again, the camera is not doing me any favors here. And the timing there is just off. Just enough so that way I can't make it. A lot of times in this game, you really just have to trust that you're going to land where you want to land. Like, it's a leap of faith. But there we go. We got all three. You could see the star over there that I was talking about earlier. But now we have to go and get the other red coins, which are under the sea. Under the sea. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Fuck me. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, let's go get them. So there I could see it flashing, but that's because the shell is open. So that gives me a good indicator of like where the rest of them are. They're inside these shells, which we could find hidden throughout the level. The big thing is not letting them smack down on us, because I don't know how much damage that does, but it's probably a good chunk. And then that other star down there we can't get to because the water's pushing us up. Like I said, we'll need the metal cap to get that one later, but I'm not sure how to get that in this world yet. So once I figure that out, we'll come back and we'll get it, but I don't know how to do that. I am incompetent. What a remarkable trait to have. Here we go. Let's go this way. I think there's one hidden right over here on this one, which I can scale. Yep. There we go. Woohoo! Perfect. Very nice. Very nice, Average Joe. Very nice. And then there's a couple of clams over here, I believe. I don't even know what I'm doing, man. Like I said, when you're under the water here, if you're not like fully submerged, like the camera gets so wonky, like it's like looking into a swamp. I don't know if you ever grew up around swampy water, but I did. And that's exactly what it looked like all the time. It was just a mess. But here we go. That's a shell. We don't want that. That'll just make us swim super fast under the water, I'm pretty sure. And it plays the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do song. So that, not really much benefit to that other than the do-do-do-do-do-do-do song. I don't know if that actually has like a name, but here we go. There's a red coin. That's what I want. 6, 7 should be right over here. We've got it before. It's just in this one. And then I actually do have to pause after I get 7 because I don't know where 8 is. And I believe I might even take you guys back to the cave because I think, well, maybe it's in there. But we'll go down there. We'll check it out. There's that guy swimming around. How you doing, friend? He was in our thumbnail for this one. I didn't really get a good photo of him. He's not like the other ones where like there's a one-on-one battle and you can get a nice photo, but then I decided maybe go up and get this one and try and get the one up again, but alas, I don't do that because I'm not thinking with my noodle. That's why, folks. Here we go. Let's jump on over here. And like I said, yeah, I don't recall there being a red coin down here. So I don't think it's going to be here. While we're here, I think we should get the blue. The blue coins. That would be a good use of time. Especially being as we're like halfway on health here. That'll definitely set us to above half. And maybe we'll even get close to getting 100 coins. Oh wow, we actually do get really close. We're at 59. That's not bad. I'm usually nowhere near that. Okay, there we go. Double whammy. Didn't matter that I got close to it. But now we're at 67, which is even better. Okay, there's his little thing. And that just tells us, like, here. We just have to get them in the right order. Just sort of a sign I missed before that sort of explains some of the thought process behind that game. Oh, thank you. Please hit me again. But yeah, you can see I'm like really confused because I'm like, where's this last red coin? But it's actually, if you notice, there was one clam, one shell that I didn't open. And here's where we'll leverage that, right? I can go up and get air and that replaces my health. So that's a really good way to trick the game, I guess, if that's how you want to look at it. I don't know. That's how the game was made. And there's the 1-up. I decided not to get it because I'm adequately confused at this point in time. I thought I recall getting this one, but let's double check it and make sure that my memory is correct. My memory is correct there. So that means there's one more red coin floating out there somewhere. And I don't know where. And like I said, for transparency, I do pause the game and look it up. So I'm going to leave that pause in here. Once we get there, once I adequately give up on my search, because I could be stubborn. Let's swim around, making my way around town. swimming past the ship. And I don't know how to swim. Do. Okay, here we go. Maybe it has to do something with these coins over here. You know, I'm just... Honestly, at this point, I was pretty confused, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's pause it. And luckily, I pause it, like, right by where it is. At least I thought I did. Instead, I decided to jump in the cannon again, maybe. Nope. Okay, I decided to go over here. This just gives us a couple of coins. I already know what this does. Yeah, there was no need for that, Average Joe. What are you doing? And we don't get that quite yet. Yeah, I don't know how you unlock like those caps and stuff. Like, it's really confusing to me. And you can see I almost decide like, hey, I might as well just like, maybe it's on the ship and I missed it. Let's see if we could shoot to the ship. And once again, we cannot. I mean, we can. I'm just not thinking with my brain. But you could actually physically see where it was when I did that pause there. It's in this glam right here. The one that's like up on the ledge. Which I think it's because like I'm not fully under the water, so I have a difficult time seeing it. But it's right there. It's not hard to get. We might as well wait till he closes now. And then come back and get it. Get him to open his mouth again. Yep, there we go. Oh my god, we have to make our way back onto the ship to get that. Of course we do. Of course this game wouldn't give me an easy out. And I think here is where I actually try the cannon again, maybe. Because I get so fed up with doing the back jump up here. Or the double jump from here. Yeah, it gets so annoying. Come on, Average Joe, use your noodle. But with that being said here, ladies and gentlemen, there is only about 2 minutes left in the video. If you like this video, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is greatly motivational towards myself. I'm going to make it here so that way we don't miss this Friday's video or it doesn't come out late. You know, I have a pretty good schedule lined up for this week, and I think we should be able to get everything done. We'll be playing this on Monday and Friday, of course. I don't know where we'll be heading next on this on Friday, but I'm sure somewhere just as fun as this place. And then Tuesday and Thursday, we'll be playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. On Tuesday, we should be getting our 3rd gym badge. And then, Tuesday, we should be getting our 3rd gym badge. Thursday, we'll probably just be exploring, I'm sure. There's a whole lot that we need to do to get to where we need to get to. But here we go. Let's fly onto the ship. Like I said, if you like this video at all, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But for the time being, let's go up here, let's get our star, and let's close this 4th star out. We got one more to get before we leave, folks, and I really wanted to save the commentary for this one, not the outro, because, oh, there we go. And that proves my concept. If we get 100 stars, even if it's not carried over, it does give us an extra health, so that's nice to know. So now we're up to 2. But, of course, Blast to the Stone Pillar. This one is notoriously like considered one of the hardest ones to get in this one, but it only takes me 2 tries, I think, so that's good. But I did want to do the voiceover because it can be a bit frustrating. I understand the frustration regarding it, but I actually nail it pretty quick. And like I said, this is one that like I remember from speedrunning, like watching other people speedrun this game. That's the only reason why I even know where it is. Otherwise, it probably would take me adequate time to get. But I think I nail it here. Yeah, not on this one, but I get pretty dang close for a first attempt there. Like, that's pretty gnarly that I was able to even hit the pillar, let alone, like, be somewhat close to where I need to be to actually grab it. All we need to do is just go a little bit higher and then swing off the top of it, and then we'll have our 5th star coin. There we go, we got it. And when I get up here, I'll show you, like, when I'm up here at this area, so, like, he always jumps to where his back is when he's upside down like that. So I'd be jumping actually towards myself. Whereas I want it to be more like this. So that way he jumps going that way. And there we go. Perfect. We landed over here. Get our star and call it a day. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. And I hope you all have a snazzy week out there. Until Friday, everybody take it easy. We'll see you all here on the next one, folks.